Google Stadia wants you to replace your video game console. Don't. Wouldn't it be great if video game consoles went away and we could play games on any device? After all, the games, not the machines, are what we care about. That is Google's ambition with Stadia, the streaming game service that the company released on Tuesday. The product is not the hardware that we see in our homes. Instead, it's Google's data centers, which are handling the computing power to run games and to broadcast them to our smartphones, tablets and television sets over the internet. That's unlike a traditional console, which plays games directly from the hardware. The result, when we play games via Stadia, we are actually watching videos of the game streaming from Google's servers. When we press a button, that command is sent to Google's server to control whatever is happening in the game, which we then see in the video. Trippy, right? Given that concept, you might assume there would be occasional delays between button presses and the actions happening on screen, and you would be correct. In my tests playing several Stadia games last week, I was generally impressed with how smoothly the games streamed. Even titles with intense graphics ran well on my TV, on a laptop and on a cheap smartphone. But there were occasional glitches and quality issues because of inconsistent internet speeds and early bugs. So as someone who has played video games since childhood, I wouldn't ditch a console for this streaming service. Those who play games want motion to be flawless. Nonetheless, Google's concept is a fascinating glimpse into how gaming could evolve in the coming years as internet speeds increase and data centers get even more powerful. Here's what I found. A tricky setup. Getting started with Stadia took about 30 minutes, much longer than a normal console. That's because the online setup was less intuitive than the process for plug-and-play gaming systems like Microsoft's Xbox One or Sony's PlayStation 4. First, I activated my Stadia account at stadia.google.com, which was linked to my Google account, and on that site I bought some games. Google provided 5 sample titles to try. To get Stadia to stream games to my television set, I plugged in Google's Chromecast, a TV streaming dongle, and set that device up with my Google account. Then, using the Stadia smartphone app, I tried to get the Stadia game controller to synchronize with the Chromecast. This took several attempts before I ended up restarting my phone, which finally made the controller and Chromecast talk to each other. Playing on a computer was simpler. Using Google's Chrome web browser, I visited the Stadia website and could immediately play games using the keyboard and mouse, or by hooking up a controller via the USB port. To get Stadia to stream games on a phone, I opened the Stadia app on a Google Pixel. For more on this story, visit the news article link.